Good morning, everybody. Today it's the 9th of August, which is also Singapore's National Day. So happy birthday, Singapore. And in this video, it's going to be a Grade Ready With Me series. And I'm gonna show some cards that I have that I wanna be grading. It's supposed to be more of a Charizard video. And before I explain why these cards are going to be graded in sequential, can you guys guess why am I doing this video? I mean, probably you've already clicked into the video knowing the titles, but if I show you this card, do you know what's the similarities between them? They are cards from the XY era all the way to current modern sets. So for this video, we will be exploring the art from 5-band graphics. I don't really have a very good explanation on who they are, but I'm gonna throw out a little bit of a video. Gonna be shouting out to this creator for explaining what 5-band graphic is. So please.
Did you know that there's an art studio within Creatures Inc. that illustrates Pokemon cards? And I guarantee you have seen so many of them. They are known as 5-band graphics, and they are the focus of this Pokemon artist spotlight. Typically, we highlight individual artists like Yukamori or Shinji Kanda, but someone commented about 5-band and I've never actually heard about them. But I found out that they have collectively illustrated over 900 cards since Black and White. Here are some of their cards that they've created. They have illustrated a lot of EX cards as well as Vs, full arts, rainbows, and so much more. This studio is extremely private, but there was an interview in 2012. They did reveal that their goal with Pokemon and their illustrations is to create them in a 3D-like fashion, while exemplifying the best qualities of the Pokemon and making them stand out on their own. Aside from that interview, there's very little known about this art studio. Actually, the only member that we actually know about is Ayaka Yoshida. It states in her Twitter bio that she was a former member. And the last thing that we know about this group is that their name is in reference to an old Creatures Inc. address at 10 Gobancho. Go in Japanese is 5, Ban is part of the street name, hence 5-ban or 5-band graphics. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to check our page for more artist spotlights, and you can also visit our shop for Pokemon TCG, One Piece, and more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Magikarp.
Okay, now you know a little bit more about 5-band graphics, and I am going to go down straight into taking a look at some of these cards. So when I say the artist or illustrator from 5-band graphics, it will be seen at the bottom of the card for some. You can see here, illustration 5-band graphics. So this is a very interesting one for me. I'm also going to throw out the website to show you all the 5-band graphic cards that you can see. And also you can take a look at you can even search specifically for the Pokemon, and you can see which cards 5-band graphic drew for Charizard. So I checked my collection and I pulled out as many Charizard 5-band graphic cards, and I'm gonna go grade them in one setting. So it's a little bit expensive because, let me put down the price, it's gonna be Singapore dollars 33 per card, and I'm gonna grade almost like 12 cards. So this is gonna be a video that stings a little bit, but you know what, for the content, we're doing it. We're definitely doing it. So as I showed, there are 3 cards here that are not from 5-band graphics, but because I really want the sequential for the Charizard and the Venusaur Mega, as you know, now we're in the Mega era, I want to put them together. That's about it. So these 3 cards, I will talk about it, but it's gonna be at the end of this video because it's not from 5-band graphics. Only the Venusaur, it is from 5-band graphics, but the 2 Venusaur, it is not. It's from, I can't see, SK Yoshino. So yeah, this is gonna be sequential, so that's why I have to put them together. Alright, without further ado, let's look into the conditions of the Charizard. So this Charizard card, it is from a stud deck. I do have the box in my cabinet somewhere, but I did not take it out for this video, so I will throw out the how the box looks like on screen, and also where this comes from. And to be honest, from that box at the 20th anniversary, the big hits from that box actually is secret rares, which is not guaranteed in every stud deck. However, this card is just a regular card that you can either get this or the Venusaur. So basically when you open the box, you'll either get the Charizard or the Venusaur. And this card is going for a ridiculous amount of money in PSA 10. So of course, the intention is always to grade and to see whether this card can survive the test of time, because it's from 2016. So it's almost 10 years that this card is out, and as you know, we have already went through the era of 25th anniversary. So 20th anniversary, this is definitely something that is kind of growing into vintage, but not vintage yet. Okay, I dabbled too much. People want to see the card and want to see the prediction of what this Charizard has. Okay, I'm gonna take it out real nice and slow. Okay, so for this Mega Charizard, this is Mega Charizard X, which is the black version, which features Charizard in Fire and Dragon type, finally. But although this card is only showing Fire, but it's Fire and Dragon. Okay. So, let's see. This card is not textured, so basically it's just a foil card. Falling looks fine. Is that? Oh, okay. I thought this was a scratch, but no, this was just a shiny star looking thing. Very nice. I have no idea how to see the centering on this card from the front because the sides are all covered up, but just based on looking at what we can see from the top and the top left, looks pretty good. Centering is fine. Top and bottom, again, looking at the very little that we have, it looks fine. So recently I've seen a lot of cards that are very poorly cut. So if you can see from the top, it's fine. This does not have a lot of rough edges. You can see that it's just one flat white piece of line. That's very nice. And at the bottom, it looks pretty good too. So if the cutting is a little bit rough, you can see a little bit of like jaggedy edges, which definitely kind of screws up a little bit of the grid. So at the side, you can see it's fine. There isn't much thing. So this is something new that I'm gonna take a look now. Also at the edges to see if there's any whitening. If there's a little bit of whitening, it's kind of clear. You can see like a really thick patch of white. But for this, it looks kind of clean. Going to the back. Centering on first glance, looks fine. Let's see if there's any whitening from the top. Nope, that's not whitening, there's just some reflection. Okay, what's that? Do you see that? There is a little bit of white about here, but it's not a whitening, but it's like a white speck on the card. Okay. And with a little bit of cleaning, it has disappeared. That's good. Okay. Right, so for the sides, doesn't look like there's any whitenings. Oh. 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 There is a little bit of whitening at the bottom left, you can see from here. Okay. And a little bit of whitening again at the bottom right. Okay. And centering is definitely not 50-50. It's a little bit thinner on the right side than the left, but I don't think it makes much difference for this. Okay, so I think the two main flaws is these two dots at the left and the right. Excuse me. And yeah, that's probably it. So let's see. Maybe this card, it's not a perfectly perfect condition, sorry, card, but I guess it's probably gonna do about a 9 realistically. And if this is not big of a whitening mark for the grader, it's probably gonna come back a 10. But let's see if this is gonna be graded as 9 or 10. Yep, I'm happy to see that the card has no scratches, and also the surface does not look too bad. So, first card, it's gonna be our Mega Charizard from the 20th anniversary start deck. Okay, card number 1. Card number 2 will be from, again, not from 5-band graphics, but from SK Yoshino, which is similar to what you see from the Venusaur. But we're gonna grade them as well together because they are part of the set. So hoping to get them in sequentials so I can keep them very nicely, but not from 5-band graphics. So I'm gonna quickly go take a look at them. So this Charizard, as you can see, 5-band graphics really do a little bit more of that like 3D arts. It's more of the designing on the computer. It's not more of like drawing, it's just a little more 3D. Oh, so actually this card looks pretty nice for 5-band graphics. So sometimes I have a love-hate relationship for 5-band graphic cards, but yeah, certain designs looks pretty okay. So this is one of them. Or maybe this also kind of looks like the original Charizard from Mitsuhira Arita. So maybe this is the paying tribute to the original first Charizard card. Maybe I will put it up on the screen so you can take a look side by side to see if it is or not. Leave down in the comment section below. Okay, without further ado, I've been talking and dabbling so much. This video is going to be like 6 hours, but I know you left my voice, so dabbling is good. So Charizard, top and bottom looks fine. Centering also looks fine. Take a look at the card. Is there any scratches? Looks good. Doesn't look like there's any scratches. Okay. Okay, so I'm just taking a look at the corners first because this all came from the same start deck. But okay. The bottom has a really thin speck of white, but this is way better looking than the Mega Charizard. So the Mega Charizard's a little bit more sweaty, I would say, but let's hope it's forgivable. Okay, here we go. Centering, again, the left side is a bit thicker than the right, but negligible. At the top, I don't think there's whitening. Looks fine. Looks fine. Let's see if there's any surface. So for the sake of this video, on most of my Grade Ready series, it's my first time inspecting most of my cards, although it's already in card savers ready to be sent for grading. I have not seen the condition of them at all. I just took it out from my binder, throw it into the card saver, archive it, and get ready for like the next video. Okay, moving on to the second copy of the Charizard EX. Let's see the centering. Okay, this centering looks a little bit better than the first one, so this is nice. Top and bottom looks okay. I think for the front of the card, most of the time you just want to shine a little bit of light. Take a look at the surface to see if there's any scratches. As I said again, just quickly take a look at the top of the card. It looks fine. Okay. Looks fine. Camera's definitely not focusing really too well. Again, take a look at the bottom corners first because that's where the problem area lies. Okay, you see there's a white dot there. Maybe can get it out with a little bit of cleaning. No, it's a white speck at the bottom left. Small white dots should be kind of negligible. Centering. Again, left side a little bit more thick than the right. That should be, let's say, fine, I think. Sorry, I didn't mention my prediction for this card. So I think these both two will get 10s. Should be no issues unless there is some surface damage which my eyes can't see through this observation. So this is the 2 cards. So now we have Charizard, Charizard, Charizard. Now moving down to a little bit of a territory of the GX series. It's in 2017. This is I would say half art Charizard. I think this is the set where you pull the very nice rainbow Zard. I can't remember which set. Yeah, SM3H should be some rainbow, finding the rainbow, chasing the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Can't remember, but yeah, that's the set with Charizard and Ho. And everybody was looking for that shiny Charizard then, but unfortunately I did not pull, so I don't have that, unfortunately. Okay, so this is also from 5-man graphics. Well, if I don't have the rainbow, at least I have the RR card. It's better than nothing. So again, you can see it's a very 3D design of the Charizard. It's not like a really flat or a very the drawing is not very illustrated. It's more of a graphic design. As you can see, its name is 5-man graphics. So definitely graphics. Okay, wow, the card's actually really shiny. It's nice. Checking out the surface right now. Looks good, looks good. Not big of an issue. So for the centering, I will just take a look at this black border. Looks good, looks fine. For the top and bottom also looks really fine. So I think no problem from the front. And great. And at the back, this came from booster packs, so this is not from the start deck. Centering looks kind of good. It looks kind of good. I'm just trying to take a look at the edges now. Edges. No whitenings at the top. Great. Bottom. Also great. Side. Also great. Right side. Is that? No. Very nice. Very, very nice. Should be a easy PSA 10 for my prediction for this Charizard card. Okay. Of course, I have 2 copies, and both I'm going to be sending it to Grade if it makes a really nice condition one. Needs a really nice condition. Okay, similarly, I'm going to check really quickly at the top. Looks nice. The side, good. Bottom, nice. And the left side, nice. Centering, let's take a look at the black line. Okay, bottom. Okay, acceptable. Let's do it. No scratches, looks good. Only scratch is gonna come from the Charizard out of the frame. There's no breaking the 4th wall in my video, so that's fine. Do not wear any 3D specs while watching my video because you might get hurt. At the top, looks very nice, looks fine. The sides also looks fine. Bottom, mighty fine. And at the left side, it's good. Only one thing is that this card is a little bit not straight. You can see it's not straight, right? Yeah, it's a little bit bent. So I'm not sure if this is gonna get graded a 9 because it's not straight. But we'll see, we'll see. Hopefully putting it in the card saver can straighten the card a little bit, but how is it not straight? Strange. But if you keep all this like EX or GX cards without sleeving it and putting it in like top loaders, usually it bends somehow. But it's okay, I have 2 copies, so let's hope that at least one of it comes back a 10. Now moving on to something a little bit more recent. It is a Rainbow Charizard, something that you will not see often anymore because they have removed Rainbow Rares from the sets. That's new right now. It's no longer the Rainbow era, which some people love and some people hate. But looking at this Rainbow card now, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss Rainbows. But in the past, getting Rainbow is like it's such a high rarity, yet it's not something that is of high value or of something that it's desirable. But for this Rainbow Charizard, I kept it because I really liked it. I put it, I think, in 1 pack when I was out randomly to a card shop, and I was like, okay, let me just buy one pack, and I put it. So the chase for Rainbow Charizard was crazy. For me in this set, I think it's called Starbirth in Japanese, and in English it's Brilliant Stars, I think. Yeah, so for this card, really hoping that we get 10s because Rainbow is really hard to come by right now. So this is a set from 2022 and from 5-band graphics as well. So on first glance, I think you can see very clearly that the top and bottom is off-centered. The left and the right, I think, looks pretty fine. Let's see the cutting of the card. Fair. Okay. Bottom. Come on. Good. You can see from here a little bit rough cutting on this side. This is what I'm trying to say. It's not a very nice white plain line, but it's fine. Let's see if there's any scratches from the card. So pretty. Rainbow. Okay, there's no scratches. It's just that the centering is a little bit concerning. But never mind, let's see how that goes. Bottom is a little bit fatter than top. Let's see the back, if the back can give us a better understanding. Oh, the back looks fine though. I think it looks fine. Top and bottom looks fine. Please have no whitening, so this stands a good chance. I'm not sure because yeah, top and bottom, as much as it is kind of similar in size, bottom still looks a bit thicker than the top. But let's see. If there's no whitening, hopefully that does not affect too much. Whitening. Yeah, can you see that? Small little speck of white. That's the reflection, but yeah, I can see that. Yeah, see a little bit of whitening there. Yeah. Yikes. Somehow English cards get judged really badly. But I do have some surprises. That I sent a card that has kind of off-centered. It came back 10. So hoping that miracles do happen again. Yeah, so basically this card is fine. There's no scratches at the back. It's just that there's one white speck at the top right. And yeah, I'm just seeing that centering from the top and bottom. I don't really like it, but we'll see. And right now, because of 55-45, I would say this card's 9. No chance of 10. But if they are really in a good mood, maybe, but nah, I'm just gonna say 9 or below if there is scratches or any damages on the card. Yep. And the next one we'll go into a very cool, but we have 4 Charizard of the same art from 5-band graphics but completely different cards. Starting off with the Charizard EX Shiny from the Thin Collection. I'll put it on screen to show you where it's from. Shiny Charizard from Shiny Treasure. It's just a regular SR card. And the Charizard EX Terra from, this is tough, from Starbirth? Nah, I can't remember. Black Flames, yes. Ruler of the Black Flames. This is from Ruler of Black Flames, and this is SV3. Okay, Ruler of the Black Flames too, but this is the UR version, so this is the Gold version. Okay, so let's take a look at all the 4 conditions of this Charizard card. Let's go. So this is a promo card. Thinking about this is a little bit, I don't know, English to me has always a higher gamble when it comes to start to grading them, and yeah, but I'm just gonna grade it because 5-ban Charizard, and we can take a look at a little bit of the foiling of both cards because it's exactly the same, printed in different places, but let's just take this 2 out first. As you can see, it's a little bit more flat in terms of the foiling compared to the Japanese version. That's a lot more shiny. You can see that, a bit more matte and a little bit more shiny. So let's see which card is going to do better in terms of grading. At the start, I've already saw a little bit of whitening at the top, which means the cutting of the card is not too good. You can see it's very rough. Yeah, and at the top, there is a little bit of cut here. Okay, but let's not go deep into that because yeah, it's just a little bit of rough cutting. Sometimes they're lenient and they don't kind of put such a high expectation to that. At the bottom, you can see here that there is a little bit of rough cutting too as well from the bottom, although that there's no whitening due to it. Oh, you can see here it's so bad. Just take a look at this. Yep, can you see that? It's so rough. It's completely rough. If I run my finger through it, I can feel that there's a texture of it being rough. So this is not good. This is definitely not good. But we'll see how this goes. Yep, a little bit rough as well for the corners. Ooh, tough. But let's move on to the back to take a look at the centering. Pretty decent. Centering is pretty decent. Yep, pretty decent. Let's see if there's any whitening on the cards. Okay. Okay. No whitenings at the back. Wow, this is surprising for a promo card in English. Okay. Yep, so my only concerns is that the cutting of the card is a little bit rough, and also there's this little bit of white speck from the top. Can you see that? Yep, there's a white little dot here. Just trying to kind of push it down. Yeah, it's just a little bit of rough cut. It's like if you can take the risk and pull a penknife out to try to carve that part out, it's not going to be leaving a white dot, but this is just like extra cardboard that's left on the card. But it's okay, I'm not going to do anything to it. There's no altering of the card. I'm just going to send it into PSA to see what they say about this. So realistically, this card, I think it's going to be 9 or lower. Unless they missed out certain details of the card, then it will probably hit a 10. But if not, yeah. Trying to show you that miracles do happen, so I'm going to send in so many cards that have like minor flaws to see if we still come back then. Shiny Treasure has the worst cutting, so I'm going to show you what I mean. You can see from here, it's not a clear white line. You can see like a little bit of white and then like some jaggedy black color spots and dots. That is what I mean by a bit of uneven cutting. So this happens when the printer cuts too many of the cards on the cut sheet, and the blades are not sharp, so it doesn't make a very nice cut when it does the printing. And this is, I guess, concerning, but I've seen some of my cards with a little bit of poor cutting but gains back a 10, so that's fine. You can see from here at the bottom, similar. Cutting has been poor. Shiny treasure during that period of time, I believe it is kind of bad, kind of poor. So far, yeah, the top and bottom cutting is kind of trash. For the centering of the card, I think it's a little bit off-centered to the left, a little bit thicker than the right, but seems to me it's kind of okay. So I'll just take it as okay. Right. And now we take a look at the back. You can see from the top. See, if the card is a little bit rough on the cutting, there is a little bit of crease that you can see on top. Can you see that? Yeah, there's a little bit of crease. The card has like this jaggedy stuff. You can see from the top left now? Yeah. To be honest, I don't think it's much of a hindrance for the graders, but you know, sometimes it causes a little bit of whitening because of the rough edges. Like you can see from this bottom part, it's not really on the card. Let me focus it. Yeah, you see there's a little bit of like whitening here, but it's not on the card. It's because it's rough on the edge, so that's why there's a little bit more of like the whites protruding out from the card, and that sucks because yeah, they might grade it as imperfect, as you know, PSA is going for pristine gem mint. So that's about it. I forgot to check the card if there's any scratches. Looks like it's fine. Okay, this looks fine. I would say a PSA 9 or 10 because of the rough edges, but apart from that, if that is not a concern to PSA, I'm pretty sure it's going to pull a 10. Okay, moving on to the next Zard. This is my personal favorite one from the set. But after looking at the black one looks pretty nice too. Yeah. Tell me, which are you, team regular Charizard or team shiny Charizard? But the red on the wings really nice, like ruby red, which I really like. So this is kind of orangey, but I put it with a friend, so this is something that I really like and I really want to grade that. Centering looks good. Before I even pull it out of the sleeve, centering looks good. Centering from left to right looks nice. Let's just take a look at the foiling and also see if there's any scratches. Frankly speaking, it's really hard to see the scratches through this video, even if off camera and I stare really closely. It is so, you know, razzle dazzle that I can't see much. So yeah, that's it. That's that. Centering from left and right looks good. Top and bottom, maybe the bottom is a little bit thinner than the top, but it should be okay. Right. Okay, let's see. Cutting again a little bit poor. You can see it's not a straight white line, but please do not be too overly concerned about this, thinking that you can't grade a 10. Yeah, because this is not the cut error. This is a printing defect which we can't control. So PSA cannot give us a negative score or grade too harshly. So that's that. For the left side, you can see it is, yep, very nice. Left and right, fine. Just the top and bottom, a little bit. So you see, sometimes you angle it a little bit and you can see like there's some whitening at the top. Can you see that from the top here? It looks like it's whitening, right? But yeah, I don't know how this is gonna grade. Yep, I don't have experience. But after this video, we can understand if this all comes back like 9. We can tell that this is not good. Okay, on top there is one speck of white dot. Can you see that? Other than that, looks fine. That's some light reflection, but it's only one speck of, yeah, dot here. One dot. Let's hope that's the only dot. Yep, and the rest looks okay. Looks okay. Looks okay. Yeah, so the only concern is just one little speck of whitening here. Apart from that, pretty nice, pretty fine. And sometimes, as I said again, this might not be a whitening, but some additional piece of cardboard that wasn't cut nicely. Well, so this card, again, minor flaws. If they didn't see it, it's probably gonna pull a 10, but if they catch that, it's gonna be a 9. Okay, so that's about it for this. Moving on to our last Zard of this video, it's the Golden Zard. As you know, I'm collecting a lot of golden cards right now, so this is gonna be my favorite. So please come back with 10 so that I can display you. I got this in a trade, and to be honest, when I checked the condition back then, I thought it was more of a binder condition card. But let's try. Again, cutting is poor. Very, very poor. Can you see from that? There's so many like kind of white specks or white dots. I wouldn't consider that as whitening, but really just poor cutting from the factory. But it's okay, let's try. So from the top, due to the factory cuts, you can see that there's a lot of like white skid marks, I would call that, on the card. So this probably will not do too well, and maybe PSA understands that the cut or the print quality is poor, so they might probably close some eye on this. But yeah, let's see. For centering, left and right looks pretty fine. In the past, I did send a little bit of the shiny treasure cards, or like from this era, Scarlet and Violet era, and a lot of time the grader said like no problem, just send it, because yeah, print issue, it's not cut condition if defect. But I mean, of course, if it's too bad, probably they will make some noise. But if it's kind of light, don't really think it matters. Okay, it's only from the top and bottom that has that issue. Yeah, so you can see from the top, like there's a lot of like wrinkles on the cut thanks to the, can you see that? Yeah, there's a little bit of wrinkles on the cut thanks to the cut error or the unsharpened blade. Centering looks good. Centering is fine. Top, bottom, left, right, we're good. And there's a little bit of fingerprints here. Oops. Do you see that? What's that? Yep, there's a little bit of fingerprints. Where? Is that my fingerprint? Seems like the stain is not going away. Okay, this is bad, because this might be surface damage. What? It looks a little bit glossy, that little dot. Can you guys see that? Yeah, can you see? I'm reflecting. It's a little bit above the Pokeball, somewhere around here. Okay, not good, not good. What's that? Actually, I see some here too. Look at this. What? And here as well. It looks like condensation. I'm not sure. Oh no, this might be. It might be a little bit of water stains on this card. I'm gonna say this card 7 or lower. Definitely, thanks to the stains at the back. But it's still my favorite. I want a gold card. Oh well, never mind. Let's see. Let's see if this affects the grade. I'm pretty sure it does, because this is surface, right? Wow, there's so many actually. Can you see that? Even at the bottom of the Pokeball here, there is 2. I'm taking a long time to take a look, because like the more I see, the more spots of like that kind of dots that I see on this card. I'm gonna pull out one more to see if there is such defects on this other card. I don't recall seeing it, but please do not show me that there's condensation damages on the card, because this is gonna be a big concern for me. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, so it's only that one card. So you see, this card, I got it from a trade. You can never understand what is going behind that. So for the sake of this video, I am not going to grade this card. This card has been rejected. For the first time on my channel, that's a card that I observe, and I think I am going to reject this card to grade. So this is gonna go back into the binder collection. What a pity. Hopefully I could find a shiny Charizard in the Japan so that I can buy it. But you can see I really want to put these two together. I have the shiny, not shiny Pikachu, but the Pikachu in the Gold form in the Terra, and I want a Charizard too. But what a pity. Never mind. Moving on to the last three cards, which is the Venusaur, going in together sequentially with the Charizard. Let's start off with the 5-band graphic Venusaur first with Bloom Buster. Please be good. Please do not have that whitening at the bottom left and right too. Cutting of the card, see, it looks really nice. Clear white line. And another one, it is... Come on. Come on, focus. Okay. Oh, nice, clear white line. The bottom, also nice. And yes, perfect. Great. Let's see if there's any scratches on the card. It looks fine, fine, fine. Please be fine. Okay, no scratches. Great. Centering, based off what I can see, the card is so intense, there's so many things flying around. Left and right looks fine. Top and bottom looks fine too. Let's take a look at the back. Ooh. Okay, I still see. Every time I turn the card to the back, if the card comes from like the same set, I always zoom in or narrow down on that same spot. So at the bottom left, ooh, is that a crease? I hope not. But there is a small teeny weeny speck of white at the bottom left here. Can you see that? That's right. And then there is the top and bottom that looks really, really nice. And then there is a very nice border at the left and the right. No whitening there, you can't see anything. Awesome. Again, let's see if there's any condensation marks. Yeah, so you see it's really nice. There isn't any like specks or dots or whatsoever that you see on the card, right? Concern. But either way, that's what you get from cards that you don't know where the condition is from or what people see that you don't. So take every trade carefully and make sure that you check in case you miss certain stuff and you come back and then there is no turning back. Okay, moving on for this, it's from the same set, 20th anniversary. Let's see the centering. Looks fine, fair enough. Let's take a look at the cutting of the card. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's take a look at the centering. Why does all the regular cards that's not mega look so much better? Bottom. Yeah, the bottom left, bottom right, this card's really, really nice. There's no whitening. But at the top, I spotted one with my little eye, tiny eye. Here, there's one small speck, which is bad, but it's okay. I think it's negligible. So, okay, sorry, I didn't give my prediction for the Venusaur, and this Venusaur probably 10. Should be no problem. Just a little small speck of white at the bottom left, which is way less than the Mega Charizard. Okay, so this card, again, only one small speck at the top, so it will probably do well, like a 10. 2 10s. my prediction. And the very last card to end off this video will be the Mega, no, is it Mega? No, it's just the regular Venusaur, non-Mega. Again, there's 2 copies in one start deck, so that's why I'm grading both of them. In case one doesn't make 10, hopefully at least one more can. Alright, so left and right looks good. Top and bottom also looks very, very good. Nice. Okay, zooming in on the problem spots. I guess the cutting from the bottom, it's not the best. Yep, a really, really small speck of white. How about you? Looks fine. Again, at the top, very micro, tiny white here. Please do not focus on my scab. It's also white, but yeah, there's a very tiny speck here that's white. Apart from that, I think cutting should be no issues. We already checked most of the cards. Looks good, looks good. Looks good. Good. Okay, so this card, probably a 10 easily. So that's all the cards that will be sent to grade in this video. I have already dabbled on for 45 minutes, so I am gonna just take a look at how I want to position the cards or arrange them. Let's see. Okay, what shall we do? So these two are not 5-band graphics. I mean, these two designs not 5-band graphics. These are 5-band graphics. I think it's more important to get these two in sequential, right? How do we do that? So this Zard, okay, maybe this Zard can push to the back like that. And I'm just gonna put the 2 Venusaurs at the front. Or how about let's just do 1 each like that. Yeah, we do a sequential. Yeah, okay. I think this is the way to go. Zard, Mega Charizard, Mega Venusaur, and Zard and Venusaur as a sequential pair. Okay, so I think this is going to be my sequence. Zard, Venusaur, Mega Venusaur, Charizard. Oops. You see there's a top loader that's missing because it's supposed to be my gold card. But it's okay. It ends off with the regular Charizard at the end. And how many cards will I be sending? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards. And within it is 12 minus 3. That is 9 Venusaur cards. Alright, so let's see what are we gonna get when the grades come back. And I am gonna go to Oxley grading right now. Alright, happy New Year everybody. I know it's been a little bit overdue, but I haven't been doing any videos, and also PSA is taking a little bit long to grade those cards. So at this point of recording, I think it is on the 14th of January, and I received this return, at least the results, on 11th December, which I was already overseas in Japan, so I wasn't able to receive the card last year. So right now I'm doing a little bit of backlog. There are so many videos to share, and I can't wait to show you guys the result. Of course, I saw the results, but let's get down to see how the cards are being graded, and also, you know, if there's any shockers and things like that. So I don't want to make this video so long, so let's just get quickly into it. I've already placed all the cards in order, so let's go. So for the first card, we have the 2016 Charizard, and it came back a PSA 10. I think I had no issues with this card, so easy 10 for the Charizard. And I think the next one would be a Bulbasaur. A Venusaur. I just wanted to get them in sequential 10, and of course it did come back sequential in PSA 10. So I'm really happy with these two grids. So I'm gonna keep this too. So the next one, I think it's another Venusaur. Yeah. So the next Venusaur we got, it's 10. So far we have 2 PSA 10s, 3 PSA 10s in a row, and that's really nice. And I think the next one would be a Mega Venusaur. Yeah, so it's a Mega Venusaur PSA 10. So it's really nice, sequentials. Number is also super duper nice. Yeah, so that is the start pack or start deck, the one that is from the 20th anniversary. So really nice. This Mega Venusaur can only be gotten during this period of time, and this art is limited to the starter deck. And the next one, if I'm not wrong, it's a Charizard. Yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate, but yep, this Charizard, Mega Charizard, came back in the PSA 9. Of course, we did see a little bit of flaws at the back of the card. As you can see here, there's some whitening, and of course there is a really big white speck here, which I think caused that PSA 9. And I would say the centering is kind of fine. It's just that maybe the left side, it's a little bit thicker than the right, and I guess they have to control this guy. It's getting a little bit expensive, so oh well. It's a PSA 9. I wanted to get a sequential Mega Venusaur and Mega Charizard, but it seems like it did not happen. Alright, so next I think it is a Charizard, which also we got another PSA 10. So these two, PSA 10, really nice. I'll probably try to see if I can get any bias on this for sequential. Unfortunately, the Charizard is gonna be 9, so let's see. Okay. And next, what do we have? Is it all the other smaller Charizards? No. What? Oh yeah, I remember this. When I saw the grid, I was like, come on, man. PSA 8. What kind of Charizard or what kind of bad condition does it really had to get a PSA 8? But recently, you know, PSA, when they grade, there are certain cards that come back really shocking, like PSA 6, 7, 6, 7, but you know, I don't care. As long as it's not PSA 3, I think the card is still in pretty decent condition. So this is a 2017 card. So as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that the cards are in chronological order. So it's starting to be in the 2017. So this is really, 8 years ago, this card. So still really nice card. And you know, this is the set that holds the Rainbow Charizard, which unfortunately I did not pull. So oh well. PSA 8 Charizard GX. So the next one, I believe it's another PSA graded for the same Charizard. Yeah, and this time it came back PSA 10. So at least I only have 2 copies of the card, so at least it came back PSA 10. So I'll take it. And next we have PSA 9 Rainbow Charizard V-Star, which I pulled in one pack off camera, but you know, that's where the fun is. So in the past, I think the Rainbow card was not so popular. However, this Charizard really hits the spot when it comes down to the design. So the colors is like really nice gradient downwards. And unfortunately, it's a little bit off-centered to the left side. It's a little bit thin, and also the bottom is a little bit thick. But for the back, there is completely no whitenings and whatnot. It's just that the centering is unfortunately not to the standard of PSA gradings 55-45. So oh well, we kinda gotta accept that. So this is still a really nice card. PSA 9 Brilliant Stars Rainbow Charizard. Okay, moving on to my favorite. It's the Lady Gaga Charizard pose in its what's this called? Sorry, I'm still coughing from my trip. But this is the Terra Pokemon. So this is a shiny Terra Charizard, and it's all majestic duck typing. And of course, this is, I believe, should be a good one because, yeah, it's a promo from the Paldean Fates tin, and I don't know, English promo cards should do pretty well. I'm not sure. So anyway, this is the first one of many that I graded from this set. So yeah, just to elaborate further, all the cards that I graded is by 5-band graphics. So this is the theme of this video, grading with all the 5-band graphic cards, and that's where we are. So next, I think, yep, it's another one. So you can see the texturing is so much different. The Charizard is a little bit, I don't know, darker in color for the Japanese one compared to the English one. So that's 2. And I think the next one, okay, I'm just gonna bring it in right now, but as you can see, the number is not in sequential, but I have graded a Taiwan that I've put when I was in Thailand. I bought a box of the, can't remember what's the name, Shiny Treasure, but in Thai. And I did open it on my channel, so please watch that if you want to see where this card is being put. And it got a 10. So now I am the master of collecting all the Charizard. Shiny Terra Charizard. I don't have like the Chinese and the Korean one, so if anybody have it, leave it in the comments section. I need to get it. I need to get all the PSA 10s of the Darkness Terra Fest Charizard. So this is something that's kind of cool. Moving on, I think this is a Japanese version Terra Fest Charizard that's not shiny. Yep, so this is the non-shiny version of the Dark Terra Charizard. You can see it's not black in color, it's this orange. So this is kind of funny, but yeah, here you go. You can see all my collection right now of the Charizard in Terraforms. So I think I have an addiction collecting this. Of course, for this video, we did not grade the golden Charizard because I think that the condition is not good enough to get a PSA 10, so I just threw it into the binder. So this is where it is right now. Should I get the golden one? I'll think about it. So okay, let's see what's next. I think that's all for the Charizards for 5-band graphics. So overall, I think the results are still pretty decent. Of course, the biggest card that we have here was the Mega Charizard from the start deck. Although it didn't hit a 10, it's okay. It's a really old card, which I really like. So this is really nice. And that's about it. Although, before I end off this video, there is some bonus cards that you saw I graded in my video. So let's move on to that. I think this too is a promo from Black and White sticker bundle, and there we go, PSA 10, really nice. So sometimes I really don't understand the gradings of these Pokemon cards because sometimes it feels so easy to grade like English promo cards. Sometimes it's really hard, so the quality control has to be observed, I guess, with certain products. And still really two nice illustration rares. I don't think they cost a lot in the market right now because they're not really that popular as Pokemons, but you know what, I take it. It's a win. PSA 10, who doesn't want that? So that's that. And the last one, it's a One Piece card. And One Piece cards are blowing up in the market right now. I think a lot of the Pokemon collectors are moving into One Piece again. I'm not sure. I guess this is going to be the trend, going into One Piece and then going into Pokemon, and yeah. So this is the Grwm Giant that I put together with my friends when we did the opening, and we got a PSA 10 for this really beautiful card. So yeah, so this is the Gomu card, which you see Luffy in Gear 5 stomping on Kaido at the bottom left. So this is not a manga, but it really looks super nice. I think this is a panel from a manga, correct me if I'm wrong. So I still do open One Piece cards on my channel. So I think the next set that's going to be coming out will be in the end of January. So if you really want to keep up with the trend and to watch more of the One Piece opening, please follow and also subscribe to my channel. Leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya. Bye bye.